Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another contest entry. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's a contest entry into Jimmy C's 1 year anniversary contest video. So yeah, it's my entry to that thing, to his contest. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I actually didn't find out. Actually, didn't realize you did a contest video. Up until you put your up until you put a video up, I guess the contest update about a week ago. I didn't realize. I guess that what kind of went through the subscription bar. You know how sometimes the videos kind of just don't appear. So yeah, first off, congratulations to your 1 year anniversary. Really well deserved, in my opinion. Um, yeah, you have so many great comics, in my opinion. You always find a lot of stuff, and it's just pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely, you definitely deserve all the subscribers you've gotten, and I can't believe it's been 1 year since you first started. I want to say I subscribed to you. I don't want to say from the start. I'm not gonna say from the start, but I want to say like really. I want to say like within maybe 6 months you were in on YouTube. I want to say I subscribed to you somewhere in the halfway point. Yeah, 6 months more or less would be good or correct. I don't know. Um. So yeah, but I still can't believe. I honestly feel like it was longer. It's been a long time. I feel like you've been on the channel longer or whatever. I just feel like that, and also because you've also had a previous contest entry, which I have. You also had a previous contest which I entered as well. So yeah, but enough about that. Now on to the actual questions. So yeah, he came out. He said two questions basically, or kind of three, whatever. He says what key first appearance came out, on the year and month you were born, and what do you think is the most underrated comic book right now? So yeah, he says for the books you say you can do a first issue or first appearance key book to make it easier. So yeah, so I was born on March 1999. So I actually have to look this up. I actually looked this one up because I'm not really sure what came out in 1999. So yeah, from what it seems, I'm just gonna go off from, and I'm also not. I don't read. I also don't know that much about key issues. From this time, I know a few. I knew a few. I know a few of them if I see the covers, but whatever. So from what it seems, like some of the key issues that came out during this time, like number ones and whatnot, is Spawn: The Dark Ages. The number one came out in from that during that time. Magneto Rex, Marvel title, I believe it says. Yeah, Marvel title came out, which is number one issue. Came out during this time. Uh, All Star Comics number one came out during this time. So yeah, I have heard of that one. All Star Comics. Let's see what else. All American, yeah, Thunderbolts. No, sorry, no. All American Comics came out. National Comics, Adventure Comics, and Sensation Comics, all from DC. Kind of weird that they just did. And then you also have Thrilling Comics, Smash Comics, and Star Spangled Comics. Okay, I've actually seen a couple of Star Spangled Comics, from you guys. I think Jimmy C has one too. Novo number one also came out during this time. So yeah, Authority number one came out during this time, which I actually have a few of the books. I actually have a few Authority books, but I don't think I have the number one. I think I have number three, number three, four, and five, and then like number 27 or something like that. Undertaker number one came out during this time. Area Block and Noir came out during this time. Anarchy, number one came out during this time. Um, what does it say there? Justice League of America Super Spectac came out during this time. So yeah, not a number one is what I'm looking at right now. Mostly because I really don't know exactly which ones would be here. Let's see, Purgatory number seven came out during this time, and the reason I'm pointing out Purgatory number seven is because I actually have a Purgatory comics, so pretty interesting that was still around that time. Scene of the Crime number one, World Blows number one. Uh, yeah. So after a while, it just gets into the independent stuff. Um, so yeah, that's really all that came. I guess from March of 1999. I guess that's what came out. Again, I really don't know much of key issues during this time. So so yeah, that's really what came out during that time. I'm looking at this website. So if you will, I'll leave a link down below for those who check out the website, um, which is where I'm looking at this, where all these key issues are, or issues that came out during this time. I mean, you obviously have your Uncanny X-Men and then your regular X-Men, Spider-Man, and whatever that came out during this time, Thor, Cap, Captain America, Batman, and Superman. Obviously, that came out during this time. JLA. So yeah. Now his second question was underrated books. Or which books do I think are the most underrated during this time? And for me, I would have to say The Walking Dead. Now, after a certain point, I feel like although issues of The Walking Dead just kind of fall by the fall by the side when it comes to their pricing. I want to say after issue 50. No, I mean no, sorry, after issue 48, because at the end of issue 48, that's the whole end of the governor's story arc. I say after issue 48, all the issues kind of fell down in price. Because I mean the earlier issues obviously are around $1,000, $2,000, and then around issue 15, 16, they kind of start getting to the hundreds and 300s and whatnot. And once you get to the 48, you're all about $5 each. And for the most part, they stay at $5 up until more or less issue 100, where it kind of spiked up a bit to $15, and it did kind of spike up a bit in during the All Out War story arc to around $7 or $8. But really, it never really aside from issue 100 and a few of the All Out War comic books, or within the comic book arc, none of them really passed $10. Most of them are between $10 and $15 after it. Now, Walking Dead is a bit on the rise right now. Again, I mean the TV show does kind of help it with that. But with some of the recent stuff that has happened in the comic books, All Out War, and then the Whisperers and Negan and that and all that, so the comics are starting to have a bit of a spike in the pricing. But I think the lately, or some of the issues after issue 48, between I want to say between issues 48 and 100 and 99, 100, right around there, more or less are are undervalued in my opinion, because and undervalued. And during that time, you do have the introduction of some major characters. Some of them that are already within the TV series. You have Aaron, you have Aaron and Eric, which at the time were like the second homosexuals ever introduced into the comics, and same thing with the shows. With the show, you have the introduction of Douglas, Tobin, the Alexandra Safe Zone as a whole, the Hilltop, the Hilltop, the Saviors, the Kingdom. You get the introduction of like four big communities within a span of 20 issues. You get the introduction of Ezekiel within the 90s. You get, was it the 90s, or was it like 100, whatever, within the 90s and 100s. You get the introduction of Paul Monroe, which is also Jesus. So you do get the introduction of some major characters, which will also become major within the TV series. So I think Walking Dead is, I think, my opinion, one of the most undervalued and underrated books. I mean, yes, it has a TV show, but really after issue 48, it kind of fell on the wayside. It kind of just fell off to the side of the pricing. And for the most part, the issues really didn't go past like $2 or $3, from what I can tell, up until the Negan's introduction, in which there was a spike. And up until now, we're on issue 137, I believe. And the recent issues after All Out War, which I believe is after issue 126 or 127, I want to say. I want to say. Let me check very fast here on the wiki. So, yeah, it'll be issue 1. Yeah, after 126, yeah. Um, I mean, here you had a spike for issue 100. You had a spike for All Out War, which was 121 and 132. But now the recent issues, which is right now from 133 to 144, which is where we're at right now. We're at issue 140, I believe. The prices have been kind of just falling to the wayside, and they're all again within $2 or $3. And I feel like that's kind of a shame, because again, you do have the TV series, which I would expect that to have a bigger impact on them. And for the most part, they're just face value. They're just they're just a face value. Even if there's a major introduction, for example, Magna and her group were introduced in issue 127, and really that book is still, you can still find it at face value. Just the regular face value, in perfect condition. So that's why I would have to say The Walking Dead is the most underrated. underrated comic book as it is, and it's kind of it's a bit more shameful considering that we do have the TV series as well. So that's basically it for this contest entry. Again, congratulations to Jimmy C for 1 year on YouTube. Honestly, it does feel longer in my opinion. It feels way longer in my opinion. Um, yeah, I actually didn't even realize it was 1 year. When I found out that it was actually a 1 year, I actually watched the first video, and still, pretty great comics. So yeah, I didn't realize it was 1 year. It doesn't really feel like a year. It feels like it's been a couple more than a year, maybe like 2 or 3 years or whatever. It feels like it's been a long time. So yeah, again, you pick up great comics, and congratulations on all the subscribers you've gained over the past year, or a little over a year by this point. And yeah, that's basically it for this contest entry to Jimmy C. Again, congratulations. And yeah, that's basically it for this contest entry. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Not only to me, but also to him. I will leave a link down in the description below to his channel and the videos in which he discusses his contest, as well as a link to the page where it shows all the comic book sales that came out during March of 1999, in case you guys want to see that too. Aside from that, comment down below on your thoughts on Jimmy C. Are you subscribed to him? And if not, why not? And if you have, and if you are, what are your thoughts on him? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.